Hey Taurus, welcome to March. So, a lot is going on with the planets this month. I'm going to talk a little bit about astrology. However, really quickly want to talk about the fact that two cards popped out as soon as I said Taurus, and one of them is a card that you and I have seen so much. We have seen this card so often in our readings together. Sleepless nights, still fighting with yourself, still fighting some inwards, still very uncomfortable when it comes to that alone time at night when all the lights are off. You know, those demons that come out when all the lights are off. And it is totally related to your power or your lack thereof, you know, and kind of feeling really, I don't want to say immature, but very young and inexperienced when it comes to your power. Like feeling like I'm at the beginning of gaining my power. I'm still, you know, feeling kind of like a child in a way, feeling very childlike, and it's not only embarrassing, but it's taken the heat out of you. It's taken, you know, the joy out of you. It's scared you into submission in a way. So that being said, those are the two cards that popped out for Taurus right now. Unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but it is related to some heartbreak involving three people. And these three people have completely taken your power away from you. There's some confusion here, of course, over it all. A lot of confusion, like how do I get that power? And what is missing in your life, Taurus, that you haven't acknowledged? Two cards that were face down is this King of Wands person. So this person who's very stern, very tight-fisted, very blunt, and very opinionated, can kind of punch you with their words. That's where a lot of this pain is coming from. And is it even worth putting any energy into this person? Is it worth it at all when you have so many other places to put your energy? You know that you do. You know that you do. But there's some sort of martyr or bleeding heart type complex where you feel like you have to put at least a little bit of energy into this King of Wands person who literally is punching you with their words. Like doesn't care how rude they are and how hurtful they are. Okay? So that's what's going on with Taurus. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the sky so that you can kind of work with the energy instead of working against it. First things first, Taurus, there's a full moon in Virgo on the 1st of the month, okay? On this full moon, what you need to do is write out everything you hate about him or her. Male energy, definitely aggressive male energy. Write out 10 things that you cannot stand about this person. How do they affect your day-to-day life? What have you given them that they've destroyed, you know? How do you treat them and how do they treat you? Write those out, burn it, and then I want you to write out 10 things that you love about this person, okay? And that will transform the relationship because there's no way, trust me, I've done this exercise. I have relationship issues, so I've done this exercise more times than I am proud to admit. Writing out 10 things that you love about them after you burn the 10 things you hate will completely transform the way that this person treats you. Because you're going to be looking at them with love. In your mind's eye, you've completely burnt their negatives and all you can see now is their positives. Okay? And because of that, that's what they're going to present you with. It's impossible to look at someone with positivity and them look back at you in any way besides how you're looking at them. It's all about how we see things, right? It's all about how we look out. So that's what you're going to do on the full moon in Virgo. Then we have a couple other Aries energy. We have Mercury and Venus entering Aries on March 6th. So that's when you can really get out what you need to say. You can also do a physical transformation with the Venus in Aries. You can say, you know what, I'm going to cut all my hair off. I'm going to look different to you so that you can't keep treating me like a child, you know? I'm going to really embody the changes that I want you to see I'm going through. I'm literally shedding old things when it comes to you, especially physical things. If you can do it, especially this month, definitely do it, because this is an excellent month to really just be more positive, more creative. March 8th, we have Jupiter going retrograde, so that when a planet goes retrograde, it means that it's pretty much going backward. And Jupiter is a planet of expansion, optimism, luck, fortune, philosophy, theology, higher learning, long distance travel. So all of those themes are going to be more internalized. You're going to kind of feel more of an internal push and pull when it comes to your belief systems and when it comes to what you want to expand on in your life. So that's something to kind of deal with, I guess. And then the new moon on March 17th, excellent time to really be focusing on what you want to create in your life. And the Jupiter retrograde is going to internalize all your beliefs. It's going to let you see kind of and do like a little list in your head and in your heart of where you're happy and what you want to expand on and what you want to create and where you're optimistic, what areas in your life you're optimistic. And then that new moon is going to allow you to have that creative energy to manifest that. And then we have Mercury retrograde coming in March 22nd. When Mercury goes retrograde, communication gets really muddled. Short distance travel, communication, technology gets messed up. So if you've been texting, especially with this King of Wands type person, March 22nd, I would not even. And until Mercury goes direct, which is April 15th, I would definitely be watching communication, because people are just hearing what you're saying and it's not coming across as you would want it to, okay? So, yes, Venus enters Taurus on March 31st. So come March 31st, just in time for, well, I guess it wouldn't really, we'll get just in time for around your birthday. Venus entering Taurus is really going to make you feel magnetic, is really going to make you feel beautiful, get yourself back out there, have fun. You know, if you've been really uncomfortable and lonely in bed, March 31st energy is going to kind of give you that little bit of pep to allow love into your life and not so much heartbreak and anger and confusion over this King of Wands. And then we have the full moon in Libra, which is a planet, a sign that's also ruled by your planet. So you will feel those effects, and that's when you can really release any issues when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to relationships, okay? So if it didn't work on the full moon in March 1st, you have a second chance March 31st to write it down and really burn it for good, okay? Especially when it comes to relationship, because it's not fair how you've been treated. And because of that unfairness, and because you're coming from a place of this is not balanced, I don't feel balanced, I don't feel like this is right, this feels very negative, this feels very wrong, it's not fair, that's all you're putting out into the world. All you're putting out into the universe right now is it's not fair. So the universe is like, okay, it's not fair. Your life isn't fair. And then you get to see everybody else living a fair and balanced life while you're just constantly like, it's not fair, it's not fair. And the universe is like, here you go, here you go, here you go. So that's what you're really putting out there. You know in your heart of hearts, when it comes to this relationship, that it has to be broken at the bulb. You know, it has to be really broken at the head, you know? Like, it's got to be severed. It's got to be severed, because once you do that, Taurus, new positive energy will like instantly come into your life. New growth, new positive energy, something to really intertwine yourself in a very, very positive way that's going to build you up and isolate you from the negativity, from the negative emotions, from the burning bush and, you know, the punches of insult. It's really going to empower you, and you're going to be more on your way to feeling empowered, to feeling more adult, I guess you could say, and less childlike in this person's eyes. It's going to bring in a lot of opportunities, and soulmate is so close. Soulmate is so close. Soulmate is really just waiting for you to do what you need to do. They need you to kind of get to a point where you're like, okay, I can now manifest you out. Everything's fair. Family's taken care of. I have my power. I'm not going to be taking away from anybody else. I'm not afraid of this change impeding on my freedom. I have the authority to transform myself. I'm ready for those new emotions, for those changes. I'm ready to let go of the negativity. Soulmate has been knocking at your door. Okay, it's time to just let them in. But if this person is taking up all of your energy and your heart center, where's the space? Where's the space? Okay, you're going through a major cycle right now, Taurus, and you have new money / new power as an obstacle and an aid to this new cycle. So using the full moon energy, once you release the old, the new, I promise you, will come in. It's here. It's like, take me, Taurus, take me. But you can't take when you have your hands full, right? You don't even have a hand to even grab. So it might feel like you're taking a complete leap of faith by saying, I'm done with this, goodbye. But as soon as you do, you're going to have something new, okay? Subconsciously, you've been giving a lot. Family and friends, giving way too much time and energy to family and friends, and not enough time to yourself. And that's where the soulmate's getting frustrated, because how would the soulmate ever even have the opportunity to come into your life if you're completely distracted by family and friends and your responsibilities and your duties? And your family and friends and your responsibilities and your duties are pissing you off and keeping you in a negative state. So why would soulmate even... You think soulmate's going to approach you with a scowl on your face? No, I'm going to ask you for the time. And that's usually how the meet cutes happen, right? So if you're waiting for soulmate, they're here. And I think they've been waiting for quite a while. I think that the soulmate has been coming in and out of your life, waiting for that opportunity, waiting for that opportune moment. But, you know, if you're not willing to change, you know, if you're not willing to let go and surrender, use the full moon energy. Write down that list. Burn it, okay? You know that you have to move on with your power. And you know that once you do, you're not going to be looking back. Own this. This is what's going on in your head. You're like, should I walk away? Should I walk away? You know, if you were, you'd be empowered. And you know that if you were to walk away, like I said, you would never look back. And it's actually not that much of an obstacle for you to walk away. It's actually quite easy. I don't know why you're still there. I don't know why you're still there. Maybe I think that you've put up some sort of imaginary bubble or blocker saying, I can't. So the universe is like, okay, you can't. But really, you can, you know? And it's really just making that first step and just going for it. Just going for it. You can do it. Ask me for help. I have all the tools if you need them, okay? Let's see. Yeah, you definitely are birthing something. Definitely birthing something. Yeah, this is where you're at right now. This is how people are viewing you. This is how you view yourself. So, that's where you're at. The beautiful thing about this card is that there's sun on the horizon. You know, it's not all dark. The future isn't all dark. It's only this guy's still alive, first of all, like still fighting. And this guy's also he's given up though. He's throwing up his deuces saying, you know, bye. Like, I've given up. But the swords are just his own thoughts. Like, his thoughts have kept him pinned here, even though there's so much beauty on the horizon. And it's funny because it's almost kind of seeming like, you know, he's pinned down with his thoughts, but he can now see the horizon. His thoughts have pinned him down to the point where now he's at a point where he can see. And he's pinned down looking at the sun on the horizon. Just, you know, feeling like I can't even get up to go and chase it. And I'm just going to have to watch it disappear. But there's no blood coming out. This is more like acupuncture, you know? There's no blood coming out. And the swords aren't all the way through. They're just lined up, like I said, like acupuncture. You could literally take these swords as a form of relief, get up, and move forward, okay? Family and friends yeah, you're not going to get anything from family and friends. They're not moving. They're not budging. They're not budging. They're just so focused on holding on to their power right now, and it's such a power struggle. It's such a power struggle. They've seen red, and they're pretty much just like, F you. They're not giving up. They're locked into where they're at right now. So if it's some sort of waiting game with you, Taurus, where you're like, well, maybe I'll just hold out, and maybe they'll come around, it's a wash. It's a wash, unfortunately. So you can be the bigger person, save yourself, because they're still going to live in that. They're still going to live in that negativity, in that bubble. They're going to have their power and they're going to hold on tight, but at the end of the day, they're going to lose the best thing, which is you. So let them, you know, sometimes you need to give them that fear of walking away, of that fear of loss before they're like, oh, I didn't realize how much I care about you and how much I love you and how much I need you. And then in a way you have a little bit of an upper hand, I guess you could say, but it's really just you having your power back, you know, and your authority. Hope and fear is giving once again. So subconsciously you know that you're giving to family and friends and to work and to your duties and your responsibilities. And you're giving endlessly. Endlessly you're giving. So much time and energy. And it's not acknowledged. Subconsciously you're like, is it even acknowledged? And that's why you have a fear of continuing to give and also to give back to yourself. Right? Because what giving has taught you, subconsciously, what giving has taught you is that it goes unnoticed, unrecognized. So why would you give to yourself? Right? It'll go unnoticed and unrecognized. You can change that thought process around, because I'm telling you, once you go through that cycle of letting go, of using the full moon to release any fears when it comes to relationships, it's instant that you're going to get something better in return. Instant. And I'm talking money, power, financial freedom. Like, instant. You gotta just let go. You gotta just give space. Last card, Taurus. Who's this person? Who's this person? Queen of Swords. Funny enough, this is the Aries card. So if you know somebody who is an Aries, moon in Aries, Aries rising, or who embodies the Aries quality, this could be your go-to person. What I'm thinking is this is a person that is going to make you realize just how desperately you need to move on. They're going to kind of give you that nudge to be like, listen, Taurus, like, because Aries and any air sign like Libra is also what I'm thinking is more of a cardinal sign. They're not as fixed, right? So you do have the fixed air sign, which is Aquarius, but still Aquarius is not as fixed as a Taurus is. Taurus is an earth fixed as opposed to an earth fixed. So just embodying that ability to kind of pass on like the clouds and recognizing that everything changes. When one cloud leaves, another cloud instantly enters, and it's, you know, could be a rain cloud, could be a rainbow, could be, you know, could be a beautiful sun sky. But this person here is going to make you realize that it's time to move on, and you're going to do it. You're going to say, I'm now, you know, going to do what I need to do. And it's going to feel awkward at first. It's going to feel like I'm taking from people. This is what I usually do. I'm usually such a giver. But it is fair and balanced. And this is what's going to bring your happiness back. Okay, Taurus? So I'm going to describe this person a little bit further. And then I have a special indigo angel card for you guys as a treat for Pisces season. So, like I said, this person is very fiery. Very fire energy. I'm seeing a rabbit, a red rabbit. So I don't know, maybe they've hunted or something in the past. You know, maybe they've had a pet bunny or a pet rabbit. They could even just have like a charm, like a Pandora charm or something, or even like a tattoo where it's like a rabbit or a bunny or, you know, something like that. Maybe like a small red car that just reminds you of something that moves fast. They definitely are big mouths. They kind of, when it comes to their words and what they say, it's like a rhino coming in, just like it comes in hardcore with no filter, with no pause. Like you really need that energy. And this person has been single for a long time. This person has been doing it on their own for quite a while. I think either they have a husband or a wife who's passed, or even a child who's passed, but this person has been doing it on their own for a very long time, and that's the energy that you need. That's the energy where you're like, you know, you're right, I can do it. I don't need these negative people in my life holding me down. I'm not stuck here. This person did it. Take it as inspiration. A lot of the times, it's funny, I was just telling somebody this. A lot of the times when you see somebody achieving something, instead of being jealous or being like, you know, envious or saying, yeah, that's great for them, but it can never happen to me. Actually, if it is in your aura, if you've actually seen it happen to someone, it's literally the universe saying that it could happen to you in a positive way, you know, in a very, very positive way. So instead of seeing somebody else do something, especially like a third person removed or whatever, you see them achieving something, instead of saying, yeah, that's them, but that can never be me, be like, that happened to them, why can't it happen to me, you know? So have some fun. Okay, so Taurus, Indigo card for March 2018. How do the Tauruses move on? How are they going to get this new money and this new power? How do they let go? Okay, I'm taking this one. Oh. Believe in yourself. Have some fun, Taurus. Play. Take a risk. Take a leap of faith. Don't hold on so tightly. And it's just, I'm hearing that song, It's Too Late to Apologize, because I see the rope, you know, holding on the rope got me 10 feet off the ground. This King of Wands, it's too late for them to apologize, and it's too late for you to apologize. So it is time to just move on, you know? This is 2018. It's all about independence within relationships. It's all about inspired action. A lot of the times you need to step away in order to figure out what's going on and just sort of release and surrender. So believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. And guess what? You're going to. It's here. I can't wait to hear about when your power comes in. So Taurus, please, as always, reach out. Send me an email. I love getting messages from you guys. I love getting comments from you guys. You guys are so positive, and I hate to see this card so often for you guys. Like, it is time for a Taurus victory. So I believe in you guys. If you can't believe in yourself, I believe in you, Taurus. It is time to just do what makes you happy, because that's how you're going to make everybody else happy. If you need some more advice, if you want a personal reading that includes your astrology and your numerology, so literally pinpointing this reading exactly to the time and second that you were born, send me an email. My contact details are below. Love you guys so much, and hope you have an amazing March, and I will see you in April. Bye, Taurus.